The open, I expected us to open lower. We did end up lower than we declined from the open into a lower price level. So I read it a little bit wrong, but we still had this significant low, and then we went into lows for the day, midday, as indicated. There was a peak. What is that? Around 10:38. So we had a peak here, or a higher peak here between like 11 and 12. So a few minutes off on that, but we nailed the low, and then we have a high correlation here at the end of the day where there's this move higher through key resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through that same price level shortly thereafter with the full retracement. It's at the end of the day would be a correlation to the Princess of Wands card as well, which is that opportunity to close a long and open up a short. And you can see how we had this high card correlation here. I'm gonna have to start reading these cross reading congruencies differently, because over the last, I don't know, month or so, they've really become much more like pinpoint accurate. They used to kind of appear in the reading, not necessarily right at the point in time, but like in the same reading where that point in time would be. Now they're appearing like at that point in time, so they're becoming much more reliable. And that's what I say about SO Meta, is that it's constantly evolving. So in this last hour, we've got this move to the upside. There's a cash out opportunity here in the last hour. For a day trade, you would have picked up here around 12 o'clock. And you can see the timing on that. We pretty much nailed. It was just a little bit before 12 was that trade at the low. You could have closed the short and opened up a long there. And then then you've got this big move here that started around. We had like this big move to the upside. then a selling back down, a revisiting of the support, followed by 3 crisscrosses, and then this big ace of discs move into highs where we've got this high correlation in the green for around the close. And that high will form when we have this move higher through key resistance, standing out on like a 1-day chart kind of move. And then we shortly thereafter we turn around and we break back down through that same price level with the full retracement, and it makes like a capital A kind of pattern in the English language. And you can see that the trade card was the price swings card, and there was trade opportunity here in the morning, pretty significant price swings. There's trade opportunity here around 12 o'clock. You can see pretty notable price swings. There's trade opportunity here at the end of the day, and what I expect is we'll see some price swings around the time that we form that high. And this could, we'll move higher through resistance, and then a full retracement of it move back down is in essence a price swing, but I'd expect that to take place in the midst of more price swinging. And then when we break back down through that same price level, we likely continue lower in the post-market. Cross-reading congruency at the end of the day. And this is the card where we have the day where we have the unicursal hexagram on the 1 month. The way that things have played out, if we don't see a drop, we could see a drop overnight here, or we could see a drop pretty significantly. I think we probably see a drop like over the weekend here. And if I'm wrong about that, then at the latest we see this notable move to the downside that would take place on the 16th at the latest, I think. And then you've got the unicursal here on the 17th. Hey, AV. Hey Hamza. Um, Algo coin for the next 2 weeks of January. That's a little tricky. I think we probably go higher from here. We have a low, a trough, and a possible lowest low for the month or for the year, I should say, thus far here in January, like mid January, and it looks like or mid to early January. And you can see it's here on the 8th. That makes some good sense. And so like the later part of January should be a move higher through key resistance, and we stay above it briefly before breaking back down through it with um, and also there should be some sort of like prominent breakout on a 1 year chart scale to meet the January high. So the fact that this is an abundance card here might might indicate that we're going back to like up here in like the 25-24 cent range. The combination of the breakout card and the abundance card plus this kind of like funky business going on with these purple lines, which is unusual for reading, but it really kind of like stood out to me. All those things kind of combined indicate to me there's likely like a price level, like a peak somewhere around 24 cents. Let's see. Okay. It's not 24 cents. It does not revisit 24 cents. So we're still seeing this move higher through a key resistance, and it may be this 20 cents resistance right here. Yeah. So around this price level, we should make a peak right around the price level. Like we might break through here this 20 cent range like a little bit. Um, I think we probably go up to 21.5, something like that. And then we'll turn around and we should have a notable move to the downside, taking us into a lowest low for the year. There around the cusp of January, February. Hey, TT. Hey, live forever in heaven. Welcome. I'll come back to your question, live forever in heaven or live forever in heaven in just a moment. I got one ahead of you. So Bitcoin. He's using my arm as a pillow. You're so funky. You're such a funny guy, Hermes. Alright, so do we think we're going to test today's high again? Not today, no. I don't see that happening today. Very likely on the 13th. We also have a pretty significant low there on a 1 month scale around the 13th, 14th. A lot of price change between the 13th and the 14th. So as far as going lower on Bitcoin, what the heck did I do here? I don't know what that is. I have a place in 2024 marked off for Bitcoin as reaching 20K, but I don't believe it's in January. I think it's March. I have to look. Although this might be a revisiting of a low from the cusp of January, February. So off of the highs of Bitcoin, we definitely see a notable decline towards the later part. Let's see if it adds up on, or if it lines up here on the 1 month. Oh, right. This is the one where we're a little bit ahead, matter of factly. So we saw one low already. This is a truce price level probably here. Huh. So as far as that price level, 15K, I don't see 15K in January. Definitely not. Um, but but roughly 20K by like somewhere in March, and then we see like significant moves higher. Hey, it was luck. You're welcome. Live forever in heaven. Has the Sui rally started? I believe so. Let me take a look. We see both lower price levels and higher price levels between February and March for Sui. Right now is like this unexpected move to a January high. It's followed by a decline through multiple support levels. So I would expect we probably come back down to these price levels here. The low right around the cusp here because we've got this sideways rotation revisiting a support level in early February. And then we have another pop and drop, it looks like, in late February, and that'll take us to a higher price level than wherever we establish here. But yeah, I would say that the Sui rally has started, yeah. They're kind of like, they're going to be like shoots up and then back down, is my sense. Due to 20 to 40% pullback in this first quarter, TA. Yeah, so if any little bit of a rally that we see in TA in the near future is probably an opportunity to, it's like a fake out opportunity to open up a short. Yeah, I think we probably have a move. Like there's a sharp drop here, but there's probably a little bit of a move to the upside first and then a sharp drop. Oh. a 20 to 40% pullback in Bitcoin. Yeah, I could see something like that. I could see something like that, yeah. Am I still seeing higher price level in Ethereum on the 13th of January? Yeah, so that's what what's happening right here. That's this right here. That's this peak here. So we should see some like mixed behavior and then come back to this high and then probably a higher one around like slightly higher one around the 13th, 14th, probably the 13th. Hey Joe, hey Robert. Joe, which number are you referring to? Nvidia. Well, I would say we're already above 550 at this point. It was luck. Um, do I see us going much higher than this? Not really, no. We might on the 17th before a really notable decline. I mean, we might go like higher on the 17th before a notable decline. It's hard to say. Might be, might not be. But there's a sharp drop approaching, guys. It's like right around the corner. Oh, on SPY, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, see, now we've done what I said. We were going to break through that resistance momentarily, turn around and come back down with a full retracement. And we did that relatively early because it's only 3:15, which would lead me to believe we're either in price swings right now, and then we haven't seen that move, or we're going to see like some more decline followed by a fast sudden move higher, like a rally along a diagonal with a fast sudden move higher on in the post market. I might utilize this decline to open up a partial long for a swing trade. It might be a little risky, guys. There's a unicursal right around here. I might just stay on the sidelines, and then tomorrow, in the midst of that move, towards the early afternoon, big move to the upside, I'd probably open up a partial short, open up more of a partial short if we're at a higher price level at the end of the day. If I get the opportunity, close it in the morning, and then I'd open up another short there on the 17th in the midst of that move before the unicursal. Only thing it was like is that that March low might be a revisiting of a previous low from like January, February, but I don't see a sharp drop there. I might be missing it because I see it in a lot of the stocks. It gets kind of wild here. Looks like there's a pretty notable trough uh, towards the end of the month, and then in early February with this big move higher, pushing the upper end of a range higher on like a 1 year chart scale. And this is the type of move that you could consider a futility card, right? We declined all the way down to here, and then came all the way back out, like unexpectedly out of that decline, and we met a high here. So we probably already saw this high, and there's a trough there. So in other words, you probably see a higher and a lower price level from here in the near future. Hey, Conrad. For Nvidia, yeah, I think that's probably the case. We were just looking at that. Where did it go? Yeah. What I was saying is that there, because of this science card and this cross read incongruency here, it might be some like real price swingy stuff. Uh, and we might actually see the high one more time on the 16th, 17th. I wouldn't count on it because it's not like super certain. But these cross read incongruencies have been acting pretty reliably as of lately, like to the point that I'm updating my interpretation, my utilization of them in moving forward in readings. They've become so much more reliable. But there's lows here, so we're definitely near. We might see this high again. It's possible. I don't think we go higher from here. No, we don't go higher from here. Good call on that, Conrad. Good to see you, my friend. Exactly, Conrad. You got the right idea. Appreciate you too, buddy. Yeah, see, so now we're seeing these price swings coming into play. My Hermes is so funny. He's like sitting on my notepad that I write on. He's sleeping. And so I'm trying to write and he's like the line that I'm writing on, he's like sleeping over and I just push him a little bit. He doesn't wake he's still sleeping. He's like practically snoring right now. You're a goofball, you know. All right, my friends, I might roll early. Looks like we kind of cooled off. No more questions. So I'm gonna recap here. Oh, and get excited. We have a new member on our team. Um, she's gonna be doing video editing, so that's gonna speed up the process of getting our orders out faster. Like I was going through videos that I needed her to edit, and I found videos that I recorded far back as July that haven't been edited and posted yet. I just kept getting like new deadlines that were prioritized ahead of it, you know. So we've got that team member. With that said, we also definitely need some support. Make sure that we maintain, our team well and continue to grow. There's different ways you can do that. You can go to the YouTube channel and you can become a member, join. This gets you priority access to, or priority answers to live sessions. Premium gets you access to like premium supporter lives only. And then the rest of the stuff is better to get on the website. Probably our most popular subscription is the monthly all paid, which gets you access to the paid version of all of these crypto symbols and tickers, as well as Amazon, Google, and Nvidia. What do you get in the paid version? You get stuff that you don't find anywhere else. I mean, you don't find the information in our paid version anywhere else before the time that it's talking about. But yeah, I mean, it's information that's super valuable. It's worth way more than the price of the subscription, that's for sure. How to trade, what to trade, where to trade, what to avoid, price level information, all that type of stuff. And the fact that you can't get it anywhere else, literally nobody else has that information until after the time has passed. The fact that that's the case makes it even more of an edge. Um, yeah, if we did that, it's hard to say if it's going to be in January or February. I'm leaning towards February. Reason being is that we've got this unicursal here at the end of the month, and then we got the death card for the sneak preview in February. There's not enough I'm not seeing enough decline between now and those dates that you mentioned for that to be where it takes place. If it did take place in January, it would probably be here at on the 21st, 22nd. But I think it's probably February that it takes place. Doge is one of the ones that doesn't have that, right? No, it looks like the highest highs already took place in Doge. There was some possibility here on the 11th, but it's funny. I was just talking about how reliable these cross reading congruencies are. But matter of fact, this isn't a congruency. This is a cross reading correlation. Interesting. So the highs for Dogecoin, I think I've probably passed already. That's pretty close to a high. It's not quite a high, but it's pretty close. But I would say that that's probably it. There's the reversal took place, decline, decline, and this black here, this black translucent is indicating a possible like unicursal kind of energy somewhere around that time frame between now and the 18th. We see higher price levels in SHIB in February. Hey, Raj Trading. Appreciate you, my friend. The general direction of oil, I'm actually in the process of doing the USO reading. So if you ask me tomorrow, I'll have some pretty good info for you there. Will Amazon go under 142? Yeah, there's that abundance card coming into play. This one's off a little bit. And this is a unicursal moment here. There's correlation to it. Um, the question was, we'll go to 142 next week. Might. I got a no for that. Let's try the following week. Got a no for the following week. I got a yes for the 30th. That 30th is probably our lowest low, I think, for the month of January. Appreciate it, Raj. I do so many readings. It's like, and then I have somebody that goes back and reviews them for accuracy, but we're so like over um understaffed, I guess you could say, that rarely does she have time to like be right behind me. So by the time like the readings are like so far behind, I find out that they're all good. I just presume that they're all going to be good at this point. Occasionally they're not, but it's good to hear from people when something's really solid, because that, reaffirms my belief, adds to my belief system, adds to my faith, makes my accuracy stronger as a result. It's like something that develops over time, like a muscle. I saw that rule of karma Zelle payment come through. That was cool. If you guys didn't know, there's a loophole with Zelle where if your clients pay you through Zelle, you don't have to declare that. At least right now, you don't have to declare that on your taxes. If it's a Venmo or a PayPal or a Cash App, you have to declare that stuff. But if it's a Zelle specifically, you don't have to declare that on your taxes. For whatever reason, it's a loophole for now. Will CLV hit 8 cents within the remainder of January? I got a yes. It pushes the upper end of a range higher, so that means it probably goes higher than. It means it goes higher than 7 cents. I got a yes for 8 cents. It probably goes higher than this even. So for those of you just hopping on, right, like I said, guys, we're going to do this like period of price swinging here. The reason why I was able to determine that is because of the purple correlation. The purple correlation is a trade correlation, but it also gives you extra information, which I don't talk about so often, which is whatever that card itself that is the significator is representing. In this case, the purple represents price swings. So that leads me to believe that we probably see the high again at the close. Right, so this would be at the close. If we're revisiting highs at the close, I would open up a partial short. If we revisit highs at the close, I get the feeling there's a drop here overnight. I have it that we move higher, but I'm sort of getting the feeling there's a drop. Yikes. Sorry, guys, I was burning my lunch. um, yeah, it looks like there's a pretty notable drop here, guys. So I would open up a partial short at these price levels. If we go to highs, I would open up more of a partial short. I wouldn't complete the short because we might have another opportunity. If I'm wrong, probably have another opportunity midday tomorrow. But what I would be looking for is like I would be accumulating a short position to close out of around the 17th, 18th. We're definitely very, very near tops. I didn't expect us to open higher. I expected us to open lower and revisit highs. Instead, we opened higher and had a higher high. I'm not going to be right all the time, but with that said, I still got the low. The price level of the low I nailed. Big time? Is that a coin? Never heard of this one. I'm advised to be very cautious here. There's going to be tricky chart behavior in the remainder of January. I was advised to be very cautious. It's like a rally that turns into a notable decline for the remainder of January. All right, guys. With that said, I'm gonna roll. I want to eat my lunch. Kind of working my butt off, so it's late for lunch. But thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to follow that rule of karma. Really, really important, guys. The channel's relying on you. We just picked up a new team member, so that's additional expense. And we're just kind of like just around breaking even right now. Like a cancellation would hurt us. Like an additional subscription would make us much more comfortable. So anybody that's thinking about that sort of thing, be a great time to do it for us. Anyways, and you know where to go for that rule of karma. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys. Oh, hey B. Netflix. Hmm. So it looks like today was a notable fake out. We should see decline tomorrow and then some sideways bumping along resistance kind of behavior on the 12th, but with like a end of day, like a notable move to the upside. and then a high at the beginning of the day on the 16th with a sharp decline off of it. So if you opened up a short yesterday, I would say, like, maybe it's a little late now to add to that short, but tomorrow if we see similar price levels at the end of the day to like what we had up here, I would say add to that short and hold the short until the 17th. I got a no for that, AV, for the 467 next week. Alright guys, with that said, I'm going to roll. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go. You know what to do. We're counting on you here at Tarot for Traders. Blessings.